Hi, this is Warner Crocker, GottaBeMobile.com, with another GottaBeMobile.com Ink Show here in the Curtain Call Cafe, which is our lobby concession area at Wayside Theater. And I'm waiting on some local geeks around the area where I live here in the Northern Shenandoah Valley to drop by. They're dropping by tonight to check out the iPad. Yep, some of these folks are very interested in this. Some of them may not even like it, who knows. But we're just going to get some unvarnished reactions here tonight, talk about it while we sit around and socialize. Maybe have a beer or two and see where we go from there. Before we get started though, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to our Ink Show sponsor. That's the good folks at Mobile Demand. They make rugged tablet PCs that you can bang around, put in the shower, you name it. You can have some rugged fun with those. Check them out at www.mobiledemand.com. And so right now, I'm going to sit back, take a look at my iPad, have a beer, and wait for these guys and gals to show up. We'll talk to you later. Hey, it's Warner. We're back, and look, a distinguished panel of geeks here from Northern Virginia, the Northern Shenandoah Valley, sitting around an iPad. They look like they're completely bored out of their minds. But anyway, let's see who we've got here, starting over here on the left. Just say your name. So,
I'm Laura.
hey, Laura.
I'm DJ.
DJ.
Zach.
Zach.
Kevin.
And, oh my gosh,
Sumacat.
it's Mr. Sumacat from Gotta Be Mobile. He's over here as well. He even brought some pizza for the night. What a great guy you are. Okay, guys, we've been playing around with this thing for a while. It's got more fingerprints on it than I think anyone ever could possibly imagine. Now, whoever wants to start, unvarnished reactions, what do you think about the iPad?
I'll jump in.
Okay, man.
It was ridiculous. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah?
I wasn't convinced if I needed to get one or not until, tonight. And I really think it was all about playing air hockey against another person, like, at the same time. It was ridiculous.
Yeah? What was that great quote that you gave us?
I think I said, I haven't really lived until this moment, or something like that.
That's exactly what you said. That's going to be the headline for this post, okay? So, all right. Yeah, it was very cool watching the two of you play air hockey on the iPad. It's very fun. Who's else got a reaction?
I know, being a Linux guy, with a netbook, it beats the crap out of my netbook, man. I would definitely own one.
Yeah?
I don't know if I would go for Wi-Fi or 3G version yet, but I mean, overall, I'm highly impressed. It's much thinner than I expected. I expected it to be a little heavier, a little more bulk to it, but overall, it's great. Highly impressed.
Cool. Who else?
I just have to say, to hold it is to love it, and to covet it. I really like the iBooks app. That is just unbelievable. It couldn't be any more like reading a real book. To sit there and flip through the pages and just watch it change. And it's just like turning a real thing. And carrying the thing, I mean, it's something that anybody could carry at any time and be completely comfortable with it. My netbook needs to go, and this needs to replace it.
Uh-oh, there you go. That's two down for netbooks. Hey, let me ask you a question. You said carried anywhere. Anybody, my first impression when I picked it up was it felt more fragile than I thought it was. Anybody feel yay, nay, similar, dissimilar, that kind of thing?
A little bit. I was expecting it to be kind of heavier than it was, like you said,
Right.
but it was a lot lighter than I thought. And I don't know, I guess I was much more aware of that because it's not mine. So I had to be very careful with it. So that kind of influenced me a little bit on the fragile aspect.
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't think, holding it in my hand that it is fragile, but mentally after I held it in my hand and I was like, whoa, this is really cool. I feel like I should treat it like it's fragile because I don't want to drop it, or I don't know. And it's so thin, it just feels like, a piece of paper.
Cool. Keep going. You guys are great.
I would also have to say, I like the fact that we've been playing with it for, over an hour, maybe an hour and a half now. And it's just as cool to the touch as compared to a laptop or anything. And you hear people talk about that, and I thought, it really can't be true. But you hold it and play with it, it's very cool to the touch. There's, it's not going to burn your fingers or burn your lap like a regular laptop would.
It's not a gonad griller.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think battery life as well. In the time that we've been messing with it, we've dropped 5% battery life, maybe. In the past hour and a half.
Constant use.
Yeah. So.
I mean, it hasn't laid down at all.
Yeah, what's it showing now? What's it showing now, Sumacat?
Right now it is showing 85%.
85. Now, I unplugged that about 7:15 this morning. I charged it overnight. Was in Richmond. My mom and I putzed around with it a little bit when I was down visiting her today. Haven't plugged it in since. Brought it in here. it's what, something after 8 in the evening. You know what I'm saying, in terms of dealing with that kind of thing. So, you know, I mean, my iPhone drains that much just sitting in my pocket. Right. You know? So, yeah. So, all right, Mark, you look like you want to say something.
Well, I was going to say something. Oh, yeah, I mean, you know, even, you know, between all of us holding it, we've all been holding and handling it, and it still hasn't felt warm just from the handling. I mean, you think just, you know, people, you know, tossing and handing around, it just feels cool. And the speed is amazing. I mean, I was flipping through web pages earlier, and I had no idea that there were like 9 tabs open already.
Yeah. 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 It's pretty amazing.
The Netflix app is amazing.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. What were you watching on my Netflix account? Yeah. I'm going to start seeing all these. I'm going to start seeing all these recommendations and going, "What is that?" Yeah. Yeah. Too fun.
The other thing they talk about is the multitasking and the fact that it doesn't do that. But I don't see that as a big deal. I mean, you can flip between apps in an instant. What's the problem? I mean, why does it need to have 50 different things running in the background? It just flips between stuff. And I didn't see it crash at all the whole time we were working with it. So
I haven't had a crash in a week in a couple of days. I've had some apps crash, but I think that's just apps that aren't really up to snuff yet. You know, but the device handle anything. So, okay. What else, guys? What else?
What size is this one?
32 gig.
32.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how much are you filling it up? Or
I think I've got about 17 gigs free on it, you know, and that's with, I don't know, I don't have a lot of apps on it, but I've got 2 full-length movies on there, you know, in addition to that, and I've got all of my music on there, which I'm going to take off. I don't really see this as a device I'm going to listen to my music on, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to do that more on my iPhone than I'm going to do this, so I'll probably put some music on it, but I'm not going to keep my full collection on it, you know, to do. But I got about 17 gigs free on it right now, which is plenty, you know. So.
How about the books? I mean, I know you had Kindle app and the iBook.
Yeah.
I mean, how big are the books, and how many do you have on there? Do they take a lot of space, or?
You know, I don't really know how much they're taking up specifically, but I think I've got like 6 books on the in iBooks, and I probably got about maybe somewhere 7 to 9 on the Kindle that I brought over from the, you know, the archive, you know, because they're in Amazon's cloud, you know, that kind of thing. But most of that was just to try out the process of bringing them in and seeing where that goes. I don't know how much it is. It's interesting in iTunes, you know, you have an other category with a pretty color, you know, and it's like, what's that other? But, you know, I've got some documents on here as well that I've brought in, which is a tedious process. So I don't know where that falls in that as well. But I think there's about maybe 6.5 gigs of music, you know, so, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. But I can see people filling that sucker up, you know, especially if you do a lot of video. Yeah. What else?
I didn't realize that the YouTube videos played right in the web browser. I thought they popped open in the YouTube app, same as on the iPhone.
Well, at least they're doing it on your site.
Well, yeah, it's all I care about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't realize they did that either. I thought they'd pop over to that YouTube thing, but I guess it depends, you know, on what's going on with YouTube, because there's still some YouTube videos. There's plenty that show up, you know, because Apple started encoding those things differently back with the iPhone, you know. But there's still some that I see that don't show up. I don't know if I'm catching them before that encoding is done, you know, you know, or what the deal is there. So
I wonder if it's doing the cross. If it understands and sees that iPad designation, and then flips over to the YouTube version that works with Safari, that's non-flash.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it could be passing that in the browser or not.
Yeah.
Never know. Well, we might know. Whatever. So who's getting one?
How soon?
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm worried about you. I mean, you haven't lived until just, you know, so
I gotta stay alive. My shirt or my arm.
Yeah. So, Laura, what do you think? I mean, is it something that's in your future or not?
I would really like one, just like I was saying before, to save up. But I like it a lot. The clarity and vibrance of the screen was really good too. Like the backlight and everything was really clear. I was zooming in, you know, playing with that, and things still looked good on the different. I think it was on the browser, and then the maps. The map section of the photo album, you know, same thing, it zoomed really quickly in and out, and there wasn't much lag in the graphics or anything, so it was pretty good.
Cool.
I would really like one someday.
There you go, there you go. And DJ, we got to get one so you can stay alive, right?
Yeah, that's true,
yeah. So, how about you, Zach?
Maybe something I'll have in the future. I may wait a couple generations, you know, and just see what comes about. But, you know, I can definitely see something like this in my future,
yeah. Do you have a device, I mean, do you see this as just adding to devices that you already have? Do you see this replacing something?
I do see it replacing a netbook for sure. Overall, you know, I think Rob made the point earlier that you could even use it so far as training presentations and things like that. This will be a great tool for that.
Yeah.
You know, with a wireless projector or whatever, if you're giving a presentation, I would highly recommend it.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Kevin, you already said you're going to get rid of your netbook, huh?
Yeah, the netbook's going to go. That money goes towards the fund. If it makes it till Christmas, if not, then it'll go on the wish list at Christmas to get it. So.
There you go. There you go. And Mark, what about you, bud?
I'm still on the fence.
Yeah?
Still thinking about it. If I do get it, I'm getting 3G, so I got to wait regardless.
Yeah.
You know, I might have to test it for Gotta Be Mobile. Everyone else has the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So I'd be the only one with 3G.
You have to be the sacrificial lamb.
I might have to be.
Yeah, there you go. Now, you were trying some inking on this earlier. We were using both the Pogo Sketch and the Dadgy stylus, right?
Yeah.
What's your reaction?
I mean, just as far as using the stylus goes, I'm actually pretty surprised that I'm able to use it above the screen. Actually, I shouldn't say I'm too surprised. So I used to tutor, and I used to use a whiteboard, which is bigger than this, with a dry erase marker. And actually, you know, going back to that, I can, you know, ink on a slate without touching it. So that was working for me, but the apps that are running now, just too jagged. I just wouldn't be able to do this on a regular basis.
It's not your usual elegant style.
No, it is not up to my standards.
Yeah.
If someone would step up with an excellent inking app, or maybe I have to, you know, try out Sketchbook Pro for that.
There you go.
You know, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I might have to, you know, just go premium on it.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, but that, I don't know, for me that capacitive screen is just never going to be a good inking surface. You know, I'm not going to wrap a sock around a pencil, and I'm not going to put a sausage on it.
I stared at that picture for a few minutes going, that can't be true.
All right, guys, anything else you guys want to offer up here before we wrap this up? The video part, because we can still party later, so you know.
Does it resist beer if spilled on it?
I haven't found that out yet, Kevin, and I'm not going to let you be the guinea pig, okay?
He's still trying to find a way for you to let him take it home.
Yeah, I know.
I only do it for you because you're my friend. I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
Oh, wow. I feel so honored. Okay. Well, if not, guys, hey, thanks for coming by. Thanks for taking a couple minutes to just share some reactions with this. I'm going to turn this off. We can go back to just, you know, having fun and playing with the iPad. So, hey, this is Warner for GottaBeMobile.com. We'll catch you on the next Ink Show. Take care.